Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember?
We must enter the pathway of knowledge so that the prophecy of the destiny of the truth of the purpose of the reason we are here.
What are you still doing here?
What?
Well, I think we finished our story arc with you guys, so what are you still doing here?
Oh no, there's much, much more you can still do with us.
I don't think so. We had a beginning, a middle, and end. It was totally serviceable. Anything else would just be filler.
No, clearly we were just telling part one of our story.
Part one?
Yes, just like all the other obviously planned trilogies, like Highlander, Transformers, and of course Pirates of the Caribbean.
Plus one.
Maybe another.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, but those were all meant to just be one film until the studio forced them to turn them into trilogies.
But we got so much more money out of it.
I already got lip injections so I can finally smile. Oh yeah, that just happened.
We'll get out of here! The movie has enough filler as it is!
Maybe telling a critic that he's the Messiah was a bad idea.
They already think that of themselves anyway.
Matrix Rebloated. After the surprise popularity of the first film and seeing how many people were constantly paying homage to it, Warner Brothers felt they had a gold mine on their hands and felt the need to stretch this out into a trilogy. What followed was an impressive looking spectacle that needed to throw in more of what made the first film so popular, including the bad shit. More endless speeches, more pointless fight scenes, more self-indulgent dialogue who, like Shyamalan, thinks sounds more epic if you don't use contractions.
We do not wish to start a pen.
Some of you do not.
We did not know what happened.
That is, of course, your prerogative.
The meeting is over.
You know why we are here.
Seriously, writers, why are you so afraid of the apostrophe? Look at him, he just wants to make your sentences more practical. Where most Matrix fans would probably cream their pants for this, most of them actually were disappointed by it. Because, even for a Matrix movie, it connected practically none of it to a coherent story. Let's see if we can make sense to what was originally trying to be so blatantly obvious. This is The Matrix Reloaded. So the movie starts off by establishing a subtle atmosphere through build-up and mystery.
Oh, Wachowskis, you made me come.
Sir, we have a report of a dominatrix who somehow blew up a building with a motorcycle. Whatever you do, don't use your guns and pray she's not armed with a helmet. She is, sir. Thank God help us all.
I'm in.
So finally they explain what's going on and... or just more of this bullshit.
No, I love that car.
Oh. We see once again Keanu Reeves portraying Tom, who keeps having a dream about his girlfriend Trinity smashing into a car. Funny, most of the women he dates dreams about him smashing into a car. Morpheus, again played by Lawrence Fishburne, has yet another bloated talk with a crew member named Link.
Link.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I do hope what only takes a sentence to say goes on for several minutes.
Given your situation, I can't say I fully understand your reasons for volunteering to operate on board my ship.
Translation?
However,
Trust me.
Okay.
Move along. So Morpheus' gang meets up with a bunch of other people who like to wear shades in dark places as they pick the safest of meeting grounds, the Matrix. Which I think these films have spent most of their time establishing why that's not the safest of meeting grounds, but hey, this film also suggests the world's gonna be saved by Hot Topic. Are you surprised by anything anymore? Speaking of which, here come the men in bland.
How you, fellas?
It's him.
The anomaly. Do we proceed? Yes. He is still only human.
Let's do it. It's not even been 10 minutes and we're already on our third action scene. We're trying to top Sin City for most violence per minute.
Still want to show off that I'm awesome. The power of Reeves compels you.
Is Neo okay?
Okay, shit. Morpheus, you should have seen him.
where is he now?
He's doing his Superman thing.
Well, if by Superman you mean spending a lot of money on a computer-generated bland psychopath who hurts more people than he saves, then yeah, that's a fair assessment. But don't worry, there's more buttloads of money this movie's budget wants to flaunt. Like, look at all these effects thrown into just the landing of their damn ship.
Nebuchadnezzar, this is Zion Control. Maintain present velocity and stand by.
Roger that, Control.
Wait. You need to go into the Matrix just to push buttons? You need to go onto a computer to simulate going on a computer. Why don't you just go onto a computer? Whoa. So as you can see, the incredible Zion that's been built up in the past just seems to be a series of mall bridges that, just like the real Holy Land, is dangerous, overhyped, underwhelmingly depressing, and yet people will still fight to the fucking death for it. Meanwhile, Morpheus has to talk with the commissioner. Yeah, I'm sure he has like a different title or whatever, but listen to him. He's the angry commissioner.
I wanted to offer you the chance to explain your actions.
I wasn't aware that my actions required any explanation.
You were given a direct order to return to Zion. I don't care about oracles or prophecies or messiahs. I care about one thing. I need soldiers to obey my orders.
You have no rights, Morpheus. What about the rights of that little girl? I'm just trying to figure out how I went from Titus to this crap. You were great in that. I know I was great in that!
I stop. See you soon.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Remember how in the first film Tom and Trinity had no chemistry whatsoever? Well, in this one, they make up for that not by giving them things in common or personality traits to work off of, but rather just have them suck face whenever they have a second alone. It's really awkward. It's kind of like when Michael Jackson kissed Lisa Marie Presley. It's so forced and in your face that I think a school play of two kids kissing would be more believable.
Tonight, let us honor these men and women. Let us remember those that have been lost. Now I would like someone else to close this prayer. I give you Morpheus.
So Morpheus greets his sleeveless brethren and lets out a speech that's pretty much every movie speech you've ever heard in every movie.
Let us be heard from red car to black sky. Tonight, let us make them remember. This is Zion! And we are not afraid!
Tonight, we dine in our Independence Day! And of course, to honor the fallen dead Morpheus mentioned earlier, they break out the rave music and start fucking like jackrabbits. It's what their memories would have wanted. So nice to see this apparently religious ceremony is looking about as close to the imagery of hell as you can get. Of course, it doesn't help that there's even more of Tom and Trinity making out, and it goes on, I'm not kidding here, for almost 5 minutes. 5 minutes of this. Did you just look at a Wiseau production and say, fuck it, we can make it even weirder? Just add some wet dreads, mud, and back sockets? You're making the leathery stuff look normal.
Oh, sorry. Much like the movie, it was all build up to a disappointing climax. Bogus.
So after Burning Man 2.0, Zion apparently deserves its sleep after its religious fucking and tries to get some rest.
Good night, Zion.
Good night, sir!
But little do they know that one of their men is about to get infected by a heavy dose of ham.
Look, Smith will suffice.
Agent Smith, played by Hugo Weaving, infects the real-life brain of the crew member, which, even by Matrix rules, I don't really get. Our flesh and blood can be hacked? But that doesn't matter much as Tom is about to go see the Oracle.
I can take you to her, but first I must apologize. Apologize for what?
Gee, I don't know, a fight. What a shock! You do everything around here with a fight. I want to see my mother. Fight. I want to get some sugar. Fight. I want to fight. Let's have a philosophical conversation about what it means to be human.
Good. I had to be sure. Of what? That you are the one. Could have just asked. No, you do not truly know someone until you fight them.
So I should fight whoever I'm dating? He once again meets up with the Oracle on a park bench.
Why don't you come and have a sit this time?
Maybe I'll stand.
Well, suit yourself.
I felt like sitting.
I know.
Just to be clear, that was the comedy portion of the film, folks, deciding whether or not he was going to sit down. Next, they're gonna discuss the hilarious ramifications of blinking too fast. They do still blink, right?
Candy?
Do you already know if I'm going to take it?
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it.
Translation?
You're a program.
Yep. Moving on. But something weaving this way comes as conveyed by these dark crows who are so over-the-top menacing they should be carrying signs saying, "He's bad."
Surprised to see me?
No.
I don't fully understand how it happened. Perhaps some part of you imprinted onto me, something overwritten or copied.
Or maybe it's just lazy writing.
Now here I stand because of you, Mr. Anderson, because of you. I've changed, I'm unplugged, a new man, so to speak. like you, apparently free.
They still haven't programmed my inflections right, but if Christopher Walken can milk it, why can't I?
There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose, because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
Translation?
I hate you. I hate you.
So it's Revenge of the Smiths as a group of them try to attack Tom. However, when that doesn't work, he gets even more. And when that doesn't work, he gets even more. And when that doesn't work, he gets more and more and more, and holy fucking shit. I should be bored by the fact that this is the 5th fight scene and we're not even halfway through the movie yet, but honestly, the access is just so batshit insane, it's actually kind of ridiculously fun. The fact that I'm seeing dozens of Hugo Weavings constantly get punched in the face like a whack-a-mole is fucking hilarious to me. I'm not gonna lie, I could watch it for hours. Just imagine him saying ow every single time he's smacked.
Ow, 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 ow.
Of course we go into video game land again when the seriously dated CGI takes over. But even that's kind of funny when they pile on top of him like an army of cartoon ants. Why don't they just take on the shape of a big giant monster while they're at it?
Waka waka, Mr. Anders.
It is inevitable.
Come on, get out of there.
Don't make me raise my voice again.
Why didn't he do that before? Yeah, could have saved us 6 minutes. Well, I'm off to look silly in Lord of the Rings. I'm off to look silly in Cloud Atlas. I'm off to look silly in Captain America. I'm off to look silly in V for Vendetta. And I'm off to sound silly in Transformers. Sell out.
Say, is it me or do you smell an unnecessary dual performance?
Nope. Mr. Alja, Critic.
Schmuck!
Oh, please, that was the old me. The new me goes by Schmucker.
Why?
Because I'm such a cliched character and so easy to make. There's literally a Schmucker born every minute.
Wow, you're good.
Of course, with a name like Schmucker, I have to be good. A special shout out to the people over 30 who actually got that joke. We appreciate your viewership.
Enough of this talk. What's your plan, Vulcanbrow?
Well, it's funny you say that. We plan to teach you a valuable lesson for reviewing these films.
You're gonna kick the crap out of me?
Worse. We're gonna make philosophical speeches about why you shouldn't.
Have you ever considered the purpose of life where you have to realize that maybe the movies that you were in fact purposefully watching?
You see, if you think about life and why talk about and there can be it's about the purpose of your purpose does not precisely coincide
That is why our purpose never comes. Our destiny is not one that can be foretold unless its truth lies in the purpose of the lie.
What's going on here? It's a pretentious blow-off. They're seeing who can make the most nonsense make sense.
Our paths cannot be changed, for it's the duty of the past to control the future, to control the present, to deny who we are, to deny what we are, to deny why we are. That, my friend, is life itself.
Oh my god, you literally blew their ears off!
Don't ever deny my pretentiousness again.
This is not over, Malcolmus!
Our sources have indicated that the pathway to knowledge is here.
The what?
Filler plotline to drag things out.
Oh, alright. Well, you guys continue on your little side quest. I'm just gonna keep doing the review, alright?
I am madly in love with you.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Come on, Tabity, that's like the 5th Messiah you've had the hots for.
What? I'm number 5? So they now had to find a powerful hacker called the Keymaker because... side quest. As I come across a French computer program who, like everyone else in the movie, loves the sound of his own fucking voice.
We are looking for the Keymaker.
To look for him is to be looking for a means to do...
You know the answer to that question.
But do you?
Aw, Jesus. Does everybody have a fucking speech shoved up their ass?
It is, of course, the way of all things. You see, there is only one constant: causality.
Will you shut up?
Look there, at that woman. Watch, you see, I have sent her a dessert. It starts so simply. Each line of the program creating a new effect.
Yep, we're so desperate, folks, that we're actually talking about the philosophical justifications of cake. Fucking cake! That or they're trying to fetishize cake, but to be fair, the line between the two is pretty blurred in these films.
Her heart flutters. She does not understand why. Beneath our poised appearance, we are completely out of control.
Would you care to order?
I'll have the cake.
Where are you going?
I drink too much wine. I must take a piece.
We sat through 5 minutes of food porn for that? And why does a computer need to pee?
If you want the keymaker, follow me. I'll give you what you want, but you have to give me something.
What?
I want you to kiss me as if you were kissing her.
Excuse me?
You love her. She loves you. It's all over you both.
Really? No offense, lady, but I've seen boxes of wet matches that have more of a spark than they do.
I want to sample it.
Well, for the good of the mission, honey. Sucks to be me.
Come with me.
I thought I just did. So they find the keymaker, but get intercepted. This results in, yet again, more Kian food. You know, I'm just gonna make the crazy assumption he's gonna win this one again. Let's see, yeah. So let's just see what happens when he tries to follow Frenchie. Up, he uses his hacking powers to put him in the mountains. Meanwhile, Trinity and Morpheus try to escape Frenchie's so white they're transparent minions, as well as a slew of agents to get the keymaker to safety. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a really cool scene. Like, wow. This still really fucking holds up. The action isn't just kung fu and it isn't just computers, it's a good mix of car chase, gunplay, superpowers hand to hand, car, fu, and with pretty much all the important characters making an appearance. Well, Smith doesn't, but I think he made enough fucking appearances, don't you? The only problem, once again, like all of these movies, is how the hell is the Matrix still kept fucking secret after all this? Was every single one of these weird-ass occurrences explained by natural causes?
And in other news, reports are flooding in of people jumping on cars, somehow destroying them, flying green albinos who can float through walls, sword fights on top of trucks, and a dozen instances of people defying the laws of gravity. Police reports say that it was the wind.
But just when it looks like all hope is lost, Tom literally flies halfway around the world just in time to grab Morpheus and the keymaker. Alright, now this in my opinion is one of the biggest holes in the movie.
Critic, we have found the pathway of knowledge.
Oh, can't it?
No, it can't. It's in the kitchen. We'll take the back way so that the agents won't suspect us.
Too late for that, I'm afraid.
Schmuck!
Oh no, he put us in the mountains. All right, Critic, we need you to fly us halfway around the world in order to get us back.
Or we could just use another way to the kitchen through the office.
But there'd be mountains.
Yes, I know there'd be mountains out there, but there's still office in here. It's like our idiot Messiah. He flies thousands of miles around the globe to reach our heroes, but all he had to do was turn the fuck around and go back the way he came. He never closed the door behind him, so it's the exact same location. It would have taken him 2 minutes.
So instead of flying around the world, we could take a few steps to the kitchen.
To the kitchen, yes, to the kitchen. This is the pathway to knowledge.
Yes. Behind this door are the answers to all of the Matrix movies.
All the answers, like why they're so silly and make no sense?
Every single one of them.
Well, let's check it out.
Zoom, motherfucker, zoom!
That didn't seem right.
There must have been a connection issue. We must destroy the power source.
Yeah, another side mission. You guys go do that while I finish up the review. Stop that! No! Well, as you can see, our heroes are starting yet another side mission, even though they just got done with one other fucking side mission. The Keymaker talks about breaking into the secret headquarters to have Tom meet the architect, the designer of the Matrix.
How do you know all this?
I know because I must know. It is my purpose.
Or maybe it's just lazy writing.
We have not come here by chance. I do not believe in chance. It is our destiny. I believe this night holds for each and every one of us the very meaning of our lives.
Jesus, translation?
I like talking.
We know.
Moving right along,
So Tom tells Trinity not to help him in this because he's afraid his dream will come true and she'll die. But of course, when shit goes wrong, who's the only one who can possibly save them?
Trinity!
I will not stand here and do nothing. I will not wait here to watch them die.
I'm sorry I screamed at you like that. I know I can be really emotional. She breaks in just like we saw in the intro, allowing them to sneak through the door. But the Keymaker gets shot.
It was meant to be. Morpheus, hurry.
Oh no, I'm really gonna miss whatever character he was supposed to have. Your name will always be remembered with what's its and who's its and that guy. Tom enters the door, locates the architect, and naturally, he spouts more philosophical speeches.
Your life is the sum of a remainder of an unbalanced equation inherent to the programming of the Matrix. You are the eventuality of an anomaly which, despite my sincerest efforts, I have been unable to eliminate. While it remains a burden acidiously avoided, it
Translation.
is expected and thus not beyond a measure of control.
Translation.
As you are undoubtedly gathering, the anomaly is systemic, creating.
Did we ever figure out what the fuck he was saying in this scene?
Inevitability of its.
This is the moment where the writing is literally so pretentious and trying so hard to sound important that nobody could understand what the hell he was saying.
A return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry. Your 5 predecessors were, by design, based on a similar predication, a contingent affirmation, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly.
Dude, is this gonna be on the test? The best I can understand is that Tom is an anomaly of the Matrix that keeps popping up and the machines can't get rid of. But it sounds like he's the 6th version to do so, and this is the 6th time they're about to destroy Zion. So he has a choice where he can either save all of Zion or save his dominatrix who's about to die just like in his dream.
The door to your right leads to the source and the salvation of Zion. The door to your left leads back to the Matrix, to her and to the end of your species.
Messiah, folks. Fuck the world. I want some more leather-coated moss pussy. That's owning up to my responsibility as a great leader. What if fucking Jesus came back from the grave with an excuse like this?
Hello, my followers. Just a quick heads up. You're all going to die, and it is 100% my fault. But I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of what you're all getting killed off for. That ass. Look at that ass. Now I can get whipped, beaten, thrown up on a cross, but if you were to ask me to give up that ass is gonna win. But hey, that's Messiah's for you, am I right? Hope you're not all too pissed, and have a nice death. G's out!
So Tom races at the speed of woe, bringing apparently half the goddamn city with him.
Another strange event today as hundreds of cars were blown across the city in the middle of the night, presumably killing several citizens and costing millions in property damage. It happens.
But it looks like Tom is too late as Trinity bites the bullet and dies off. But death is more like a suggestion in these movies than a final destination.
I'm not letting go. I can't. I love you too damn much.
Oh yeah, you sound like it. So he uses Kung Fu CPR to bring her back as we see our mechanical calamari are lining up to kill everybody off.
I have dreamed in your name, but nothing.
Now life has killed the dream I dreamed.
Let's go, Morpheus.
But Tom makes an interesting discovery. What the hell? Oh, wait, I think I see where they're going with this. I won't give it away now, but yeah, I'll tell you in a little bit. He passes out and they find yet another ship to pick them up. But unfortunately, they have an unwelcome visitor on board. Wait, who was that guy? It's kind of hard to tell upside down. Maybe if you switch it, but... Wait, who was that guy? Well, remember that crew member Smith infected that was mostly kept in the shadows and very hard to see? And remember this idea that they never really explained very well, that now Smith can hack into our own brains somehow? Kind of a rocky narrative to follow in order to play your Ren and Stimpy Sting music over, but okay, I'll still act like it's a big deal. When I was younger, I actually liked this film more than the first one because of the access and because it was so over the top. It still had no character and the writing was laughably full of itself, but that's pretty much what I thought of the first one anyway. This one at least went balls to the wall over the top. But I will admit, watching it again, I do realize at least the first film, for all its yapping, did keep focused on what it was talking about. This one is just all over the place, trailing off into conversations and fight scenes that have nothing to do with anything. So yeah, it is definitely worth the ridicule that it gets from most fans. Unless they're going where I think they're going with it. And if they are, I think they can actually save a good chunk of the series with it. And that, of course, is being... Hello?
The pathway is open, Critic. Discover the secret of the Matrix movies.
Right. Willy Wonka? You designed the Matrix movies?
Oh yes, I did it in between making Twizzlers and caramelizing those that disagree with my views.
I think I finally discovered the secret of the Matrix movies, what it's all building up to.
And what is that, Critic?
Okay, the real world, Zion, all of that is actually just another Matrix. A backup program so that all the people that think they got out of the Matrix actually never did.
Nope.
What?
That's not what it's building up to at all.
But that would be such an obviously good twist. It would have worked on so many levels. It would have explained why Tom could destroy the machines at the end. It would have explained why Smith could infect a human brain. It would have explained why all the people in the Matrix weren't affected by all the obvious glitches going on. How could this not be it? It would explain every single movie mistake the films have ever made.
I agree, but they're sticking to the safer route.
He's just Jesus?
He's just Jesus.
Well, great. We haven't seen that story yet. So, what's with all the TVs? You're just seeing how many television sets the movie can suck on?
No, those are actually my teleprompters to remind me of my confusing lines. Quid pro quo, vis-a-vis, the outcome of one anomaly is higher than the probability of... screw it. I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I was merely commissioned to make the Matrix movies. The real masterminds are somewhere else. If you want to know the truth, don't trust anyone. The ones you think you can trust have already been taken over.
Who? Who's doing this?
People much darker.
Darker?
So, Critic, what did you discover?
Well, I discovered someone else is behind the Matrix movies and I shouldn't trust any, but...
macchine,